one of my pet peeves just as a business overall is when people say, but this is the way we've always done it. So if it's the way you've always done it, you're always going to get what you've got. And part of the reason you come to us is you're looking for something different. You want someone to kind of rattle your cage a little bit, and that's what we like to do. So we're going to scare you a little bit. We're going to kind of give you some things that you think are a little too far out of your comfort zone. But I think that there's a middle ground to find, and that piece is right now we are at an apex, kind of like this moment in time where you can try something different because it's kind of a clean slate. Like, nobody has the formula today. Nobody has the answer today. Everyone's kind of trying some different things. So, if there was a time in your history for you to try something, now's that time. My name is Navin Chand. I'm the president and founder of New Moon Ideas. We are a company based on essentially experiential marketing, where really our focus is about helping our clients grow their fans through fresh, exciting, and thoughtful experiences. We've been fortunate enough to work with some globally recognized brands and help them with their experiences, and we've done things from under 1,000 in person up to 35,000 in person conferences, and just kind of helping their experiences, whether that's project managing the entire thing or just a portion, right? Like what their particular objective is. Those are the in-person. Then pandemic life hits and we have to make a shift to this online experience. That was an interesting time, but the numbers there exponentially grew. So our largest footprint that we had an impact on was over 300,000 registrations. So that's incredible. What we've learned, so we've had experience doing the in-person and what that means, and the last couple of years has taught us what the online experience kind of looks like. It's a very different dynamic. Now that we're kind of coming out of it, or the challenge right now is don't go back to what it used to be. Don't just forget the last couple of years. I think we've done a ton of learning on what a digital experience or a hybrid event could look like, and it's about treating both experiences as first-class citizens. So when you have the in-person, absolutely you want to give them the best face-to-face kind of tactile experience that you have in the past. But the digital audience, just by scale, by numbers, there are a ton of business cases and reasons why people can't come in person. Give them a really good experience online, and that's going to have just as much effect for wanting to come back and kind of growing that that fandom that you're kind of looking for. It's about creating moments and creating stories that people want to tell. And we've done a lot of work over we've been in business now for 8 years, and worked on a lot of events and conferences and experiences online and offline, in person. But my favorite story is actually, I was on a expo floor in 2018, I think, and I had a couple attendees kind of like beeline across the show floor and come up and just kind of like tap me in the shoulder, and I turned around and I was like, "Hey, how's it going? How can I help you?" And they were like, "Hey, were you the guy that ran that conference in Austin back in 2014? And I was like, "Yeah, that was me." And they're like, "Man, that was still the best conference I've ever been to in my life." And that's why I do what I do. Like, that's, it was 4 years later and these guys are still talking about something. Like, they clearly go to events and conferences regularly, but to have attendees, like not even my clients, but to have attendees just kind of come up and be like, the memory stuck with them, the experience stuck with them. Like, that's why we do what we do, and that's most impactful.